All right, we'll go ahead and get the meeting started. Want to thank everybody for being here tonight. And again, we'll wish Miss Bailey a happy birthday. And thank you all for helping her celebrate. I'm going to skip the introduction tonight. I don't think we have any new folks in the group, so we'll skip that. We talk about ham radio being a hobby of 1,000 hobbies, and of course, happy birthday again, Miss Bailey. Uh, Tonight, I had the privilege of talking with Mr. Dennis Lutz. He's in Louisville. He's a section emergency coordinator for Kentucky. Uh, he gave me this website, kyham.info. If you're not familiar with that, I wouldn't. It's got a lot of good information about Aries and other information about ham radio in Kentucky on there. So check that out. And I'm going to play an interview that I recorded with him yesterday, hopefully. Start with Dennis, if you'll give us a little bit of background about what your role is going to be and how clubs can help with serving our community. I'll let you get started. And Dennis's call sign is W2QN. All right, Dennis.
All right. Well, thank you, Pat, for bringing this to my attention. My name is Dennis Lutz, as Pat has said, W2QN. And my background goes deep into emergency services. First as a firefighter EMT for over 20 years. After that, I was a rescue squad member down in Hancock County for 2 years, and then moved back to Louisville and joined the Red Cross, first as a communicator when they had the mobile communications team, and then I got into the disaster response. My ability with ham radio and the Red Cross allowed me on several national disasters to request the help of Aries units in different states. And at one point, I was a assistant section emergency coordinator under Alan Morgan, who is now a Silent Key. And later on, when Alan became the section manager again, he reached out to me to become a section assistant section emergency coordinator again. Well, as we all know, Alan passed, and Bob took over. And in talking to Bob asked me if I would like to be the section emergency coordinator with my background and my knowledge of how Aries works. I've been part of Aries for many years. I've deployed in the state on different disasters, either on the scene or working at the Kentucky State EOC. That was during the Eastern Kentucky floods a few years ago. Mm-hmm. That was quite a thing. Most of our stuff was HF radio, and some of it was transferred through Ohio to an Aries unit up there. My goal is to have an Aries unit in all 120 counties in Kentucky. And I think this is a very important thing, especially before springtime. We all know about the explosion of the tornado that ripped through down in Western Kentucky. That wiped out some communications. Of course, the Eastern Kentucky floods wiped out cell towers and everything else. Now, the areas that these cell towers were in, they couldn't get to because of the flooding and the disaster. So ham radio was very vital for that operation down there. Like I said, Red Cross, I used it quite a bit. Missouri flooding, West Virginia flooding, flooding down in Texas and the fires down in Gatlinburg a few years ago. So, Pat, what else you want to know?
All right. Well, first off, explain a little bit. As I told you on the phone the other day, I'm old, but I'm a young ham radio operator. I've not been in it, but about 4 or 5 years, and I really enjoy it. I do things such as POTA and all that, but I haven't gotten into the emergency service side of it. And a lot of our club members haven't either. We're not familiar with it. So, when you talk about an ARES unit, what is an ARES unit and how do you become one? And if folks in my club want to serve the community in that way, how do we get started?
Okay. POTA is a great training tool. You're setting up sometimes in some remote areas, which you may have to do for an ARES operation. You can go to ARRL. It's got under public service. It's got a lot of information about ARES, how to join, what courses you may want to take. One of the things I would suggest is the incident command system 100, 200, 700, and 800. These are ideal. They're free to take online, and it just gives you the command structure of what's going on out there. Now, to be anything above just an ARES member, like an emergency coordinator who would be in charge of your unit in your county, you must be a paid member of the ARRL.
Okay.
And under that, the EC or emergency coordinator for your county can actually appoint an assistant. Now, that's not an appointment through ARRL or ARES. That is just through the club and the local unit. He would function as a backup, just in case. Oh, boy.
That's okay.
Above the EC, we have the ASEC, Assistant Section Emergency Coordinator. Now, he would cover 10 or 12 counties. And several years ago, we realigned and went from 5 regions to 10. And this allowed us to align more with the state emergency operations. Instead of maybe one ASEC or Assistant Section Emergency Coordinator dealing with 2 or 3 district managers from emergency services, we're down to about 1 right now, which is really a good thing to do. You can get a one-on-one relationship with these people and work closely with them. One of the things I will suggest, if you do form a group, never self-deploy. Your EC should have a working relationship with your county emergency coordinator or emergency manager. And if he calls you and says, hey, I need some help, guys, go and say, what can we do? Don't go in and say, we're here, we're taking over, because that's what gives ARES a bad name.
Yeah.
Happening. And we're there to support their operation. And the key word is support.
Yes. Now, when you are saying emergency manager, we have a division of county government here that is called emergency management. There's a director and an assistant director. They're over, if they have an incident vehicle they can set up in an emergency. Is that the folks we're talking about? They're not.
That is exactly the folks we're talking about.
Okay. And they're not necessarily ham radio operators, are they?
No.
Okay.
In fact, probably very few. Here in Shelby County, our emergency manager works closely with our ARES unit. He has no knowledge of ham radio. He defers to us. Our command post, mobile command post that the county has, actually has ham radios in it. The emergency operation or dispatch center has a ham radio dual band right now.
Okay.
the new center we're getting ready to open that's under construction will have a full-fledged HF dual band setup to where we can go in and operate when we need to. That's what I'm saying when you have to have a working relationship with your EMs for your county.
Okay. We're lucky enough here in Warren County. I know the assistant director, you may know him, Charlie O'Neill.
Yeah, I know Charlie.
He is the assistant director here in Warren County. He lives over in Barron County, but he's trying to get an emergency, an ARES regional group set up, spanning across several counties. So I'm not sure where he is on that, but he has come and spoke to our club meeting. So I'm looking forward to hearing more from Charlie once he gets that going. So. But we can go ahead as a club if we wanted to. If you can see my screen here, I'm on the ARES site,
Right.
and so we can join ARES there. Now, where are you mentioned some courses? Are they on the ARR website, or do I need to go to another site?
You'll need to go to another site. It's a FEMA site.
Okay.
And you'll sign up on that.
All right. Do you know what that site is right offhand?
I would just try FEMA.com or FEMA.gov.
Okay. Let me
Now,
do that.
looking at my 10 deals, the region you're in is region 10.
Okay.
That's you all, Simpson, McCreary. No, forget that. You're all in region 3, so it'd be Butler,
Okay.
Simpson, Allen, Hart County, Greene County, Metcalfe, Barron, and Grayson, Butler. I think I said Butler.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Yeah, those would be the counties that would be in your region. Now, when a assistant section emergency coordinator is designated or appointed for that area, that will be the person that you will have the most contact with.
Okay.
And the command structure is normally if there's a call up, and by call up, I'm saying somebody says, hey, we need ARES, we need them bad. They'll do like I did. I contacted the SEC for the county, for the states I was in, and said, who is the man to talk to in this area? They would align me with their assistant section emergency coordinator, who would then contact that county. I know it sounds weird, but he would contact that county, and then we'd coordinate together and set up operations that way.
Okay. Okay.
Now, sometimes you might not be doing just radio work. Some of these guys that worked with us in Missouri flooding a few years ago, they hung around and they took out meals to our people, which was great. They weren't actually doing communications for the Red Cross, but they were supporting. They were taking meals out to our field teams. So don't think just because you're ARES that that's all you're going to do is radio work. You may get to do some paperwork, things of this nature.
Yeah, and that's what I would hope our members would want to do is, not only, if we're there to help with radio, that's great, but if we need to take meals out or if we need to assist, folks cleaning out their homes or whatever, that's what we would want to do.
Well, cleaning out the homes, unless they're really good friends of yours, there's groups. There's the Billy Graham group, the Muck Out crews from Baptist Baptist people. Those are the ones that do the muck out. Now,
Okay.
you might get assigned to a team to where if there's no other communications down there, such as cell phone, you may get assigned to a team to be their communications liaison with the headquarters. Does that make sense?
Okay. Pardon?
I said, did that make sense?
Yes, it does. Yes, it
Okay.
does. So,
Now, one of the things I would suggest is if you can get a good working relationship with your emergency manager down there in your county, see if there's any way he can scramble up some money to get a radio. I would suggest an HF and a dual band. And the reason I say HF was, do you remember the 2009 ice storm that hit Kentucky?
I do.
I do too. I was in Hancock County at the time. And the only way we could get help was through an HF radio, a satellite radio that, supposed hooks directly up to Frankfurt, did
Yeah.
not work. Ice got it out of alignment, and nothing else worked. We lost cell towers, we lost lighting lines. So we were able to make contact with the Frankfurt EOC on HF and say, hey guys, we need help. The very next day, we had National Guard in Hancock County. So that's just my suggestion.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think that is the plan of Charlie is to have a operating ham radio in our EOC. The county did approve here a new EOC center that's currently they purchased a property and I think it's currently under renovation and hopefully early in the spring of 2026 they'll be able to move into that. So,
Right.
okay.
That's basically the same thing we did. Is Shelby County has got a new center being built right now. It's the dispatch center, EOC, and it's going to have a safe room for like 300 people.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That, of course, Bowling Green's very big. We have already some tornado shelters scattered throughout the county and a lot of our parks, and our fire stations have some as well where people can seek shelter. And I think even the city of Bowling Green is building some additional ones after we had the tornadoes in
Right,
December a
recently.
couple of years ago. So,
Yeah.
so. All right. Can you give me those classes again that you said that we would need to take? I couldn't find them on the website. After we
Under
get done, I'll
FEMA, under FEMA, it's under the Incident Command System. ICS 100,
ICF 100
ICS.
CS as in Sam. Okay.
It stands for Incident Command System.
Okay.
100, 200,
Okay.
700, and 800.
All right. When you complete those as an individual, I'm assuming they're all online. Uh,
Yes,
you'll get some kind of certification or certificate you can print out.
you
So,
can print out a certificate. And
okay.
what you want to do is appoint somebody in your group to be a records guy
Okay.
and make sure they have that logged. So, if there's any questions later on down the road, they say, well, yeah, he completed these courses on such and such a date.
Okay. All right. So we can have so the club can maintain records of who's trained in those courses. About how
Correct.
long does it take for a course if right off hand?
Maybe an hour and 10 minutes. Uh,
Okay.
they're in little modules, and you go through these, and they give you scenarios. They tell you this, and tell you that. Then there's a small quiz after each module.
Okay. All
It's
right.
it's it's really simple. It's when you
Okay.
start getting into the other courses that it gets a little hectic sometimes.
All right. And then one other thing you talked about when you have been deployed to like the flooding or um, the fires, and you've set up operations with on HF. You have another station or another location that you're communicating to, and it may not be in the state because of the way HF works. You mentioned, I think, communicating to a station in Ohio um,
Correct.
during all that. How did you get that set up so that you were relaying information from where you were to the Ohio station, and then what did they do to assist?
Well, radio room at the Kentucky State EOC Boone Center. It's a very nice setup. We would throw our call sign out, KY4 EOC, and they would come back. It was kind of all pre-coordinated with this unit that they would do some relays for us.
Okay.
The same thing happened during the 2009 ice storm. We had a station relay from Hancock County, and I can't remember where the middle station was, relayed directly to Frankfort for us. So, yeah, it's like you said, the way HF works, you don't know who you're going to be talking to.
But hopefully it's an Aries group in another location that knows what they're doing.
Correct. Yeah, and that's usually what it is. Now,
Okay.
during the hurricanes, I'll man my HF radio for traffic out of Florida simply for uh, welfare traffic, if that's what you want to call it.
Okay.
I have done some of that for them. Can you get a hold of so and so? They live in your area, and I'll make the phone call and say your loved ones is okay. They're at this shelter or they're wherever they need to be. So you might not actually go on site, but you can still do Aries from home. Or if you all want to set up, you can set up with a portable station someplace.
Okay. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Now, like if I'm a station in Florida and I'm trying to relay information out of Florida and you pick that information up, how do I know as a Florida station that you're legit?
Well, they're going to, a lot of times, I would see is they would throw their call sign out and say, this is a station during the hurricane. I'm looking for a station in such and such an area, like in Kentucky or in Tennessee or whatever. And then you'd come back to them.
Okay. Okay. All
That makes
right.
sense to you?
Yes, sir. It sure does. Um, Anything else that you'd like to tell the club? I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. I think I'm going to kind of edit the video here a little bit and have it to present at our club meeting tomorrow night. And so I appreciate you doing that. Anything else you'd like
Well,
for us to know?
there's plenty of Aries things online, short clips, 2, 3, 4, 5 minute clips, all the way from like Hurricane Katrina. The Red Cross alone used over 1,200 ham operators. That's quite a few, quite a
Yes, it
few
is.
lift
Yes, it is.
journeys.
So,
But I want to invite everybody. I'll be at the Cave City Ham Fest.
okay.
I'm with Bob, our section manager, in March, and stop by and see us. We'll sit there and talk to you and whatever we need to do with you guys.
Okay, I certainly will be there. That's a good ham fest in the area. So, and I encourage most of our club members do attend the ham fest in Cave City. So, I hope to see you there. And again, I appreciate you being here today.
No problem. You guys take care, and if you have any questions, holler at me. You got my phone number.
Oh,
Just shout at me.
okay, I sure will. Thank you very much, and have a good afternoon.
You too, Pat.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
That's why Charlie's trying to get this group going here.
Yeah. So I agree, and I took the 100 course today, and it did take about an hour. It's just you read through, and then you take a little quiz. They don't tell you what you score on the quiz, but I got the certificates.
The easiest way to do those courses is go in and download the test. You can download the test right off the net.
Okay.
And that way you know what you need to look for
As you read the material.
as you read it, skim it, whatever.
Okay.
Because that stuff that they're teaching in those FEMA courses is, it's all run different throughout the state.
Okay,
So you just need to learn the highlights of what that is.
okay,
So you do the 100, 200, 700,
800, yep,
I disagree with Dennis. The club does not need to keep records. You need to keep your own records.
I agree.
Because if you ever get deployed, those certificates will have to be shown when you go to that site. He's talking about the ice storm in 2009. We had club members deployed down in the western part of Kentucky and worked. That was before they really started pushing this, but those courses, they're gonna wanna see
We'll see that you know,
that you know what you're
Do
doing,
it.
so keep you a little book.
yep,
If any, people are interested, we need to get Charlie back out here and get people signed up, because we have to get through emergency management, because they will cover our workers' comp if you get sick somewhere.
okay, all right,
So, I know Charlie's ready to go with some of the stuff, he just needs to know how many people are interested. To go with it, go with that. So, but Dennis is right, a lot of that. Our EC right now for Allen and Barron County is Robert Jones.
okay,
And Robert talked to the new man earlier this week.
okay. Now, Robert lives in Allen County, doesn't he? Or is he here?
in Warren County.
He's in Warren County?
But there's time, there's 5 or 6 hams in Allen County, that's about it.
Yeah,
So the last SEC made him Allen and Warren.
okay,
So, but, we gotta get the classes going. We do have an HF, we do have a dual band in, EOC.
okay,
They are planning a complete, ham station in the new EOC. So we're talking with Charlie about doing some other stuff, but I think right now to get our nose in the door and get helping people,
yeah,
is get in with Charlie and get organized, and then as Kentucky get in ARRL, gets what they want in areas, then we can work ourselves into areas. What Charlie's wanting to set up is a group called OPSCOM.
okay,
Another federal group, that deals with not just ham radios, can be deployed, public safety, work with some of their stuff. And there's FEMA courses for, the OPSCOM classes, so just knowing the many years that I've tried to get stuff going,
yeah,
Charlie right now is our best bet.
okay. Well, I'm gonna be getting in touch with him. I do have a handout from this interview. If you're interested in Aries and the links and would like a copy of that, I'll be glad. I didn't run off, but I don't think I've got enough for everybody, but if you all want, just take them and pass them around.
I was gonna say, Pat, is the club tried this 20 years ago?
Uh-huh,
The big push, I believe it was 15 years ago, Tim was ahead of that push. Biggest problem we had was lack of participation.
right,
We won't take the test, meetings were held, at the club, Tim held with the fire department where he was, and, trying.
okay, yeah,
I think the key to success is get as many people involved, at least with getting the certification and stuff. And then having somebody, a strong person to coordinate and keep it going.
yeah.
Just a little history.
Well,
I did the test a few years ago.
question?
I went through and did the test a few years back when Tim was trying to get everything going, right before COVID. And they don't take very long. They're not difficult at all. I'm sure those don't count in
so I know Dennis talked a lot about the Red Cross.
Uh-huh.
We do have a local Red Cross, but it is managed by the Red Cross in Hardin County. Okay?
Okay.
So we don't have really anybody here that's working on emergency communications. We had one guy, Bill Schlick, he's passed away. He was the closest thing we had to try to get something. The Hardin County Club is real big with the American Red Cross in Hardin County, which is where the regional office is.
Right.
I've talked to this area here. We at one time we're going to have a station set up in their building.
We have in the hospital, don't we?
Yeah, they tried. Well, the hospitals didn't accept it.
Well, we tried, but
We tried, yeah.
Yeah.
But the hospitals didn't accept it. But the Red Cross here, they don't own a building, so they can't put up a tower because they get wherever they can afford to rent.
Right.
So they won't put up a station for us. The one in Hardin County is doing some of the stuff that Charlie was talking about, doing damage assessment
Uh-huh.
for their storms. They do a lot of damage assessment for Hardin County. When storms come in, going out, looking at property and stuff like that, is how they're involved with the Red Cross. Another group that doesn't have much here, Southern Baptist Conference has a big ham radio group. They don't have a trailer or anything close to us, but I take it some of their training and they do get deployed periodically for that. So that's another organization to get involved in emergency communication.
What about Salvation Army? Are they still around?
I don't know if Salvation Army, I don't know if our local Salvation Army has, I think this is a feeding station, not a communications. I think they got them.
Salvation Army had a nationwide setup there.
But if
Yeah.
anybody's got questions on courses and FEMA stuff, they're more than welcome to reach out to me. I've been working on it that's the reason I got into ham radio.
Okay. All right.
We're just now getting our foot in the door with emergency management.
Right.
So that's a big start.
That sounds like that's going to be the key for us. For those of us that are interested in serving, I think that will be a key. I'm slow. I know I've heard these course numbers at least 3 times from 3 different people. But I did in this little interview, if you're interested, there is a link to the course site, and the course numbers are right here at the bottom of the paragraph. So if you're interested in that, let me or Tim know. I'm going to try to complete the courses because I'd like to know some of the next steps and be able to assist in times of emergencies. And quite frankly, if you watch the news, I get a little nervous about China and Russia all the time. And, you know, we're just one trigger away from a bad disaster. So, all right, Winter Field Days coming up January the 24th and 25th. We'll have it here. Adam, do you have anything that we need to talk about tonight on that?
One big thing I'd say, since I need to go up there.
No, well, you can.
Well, one thing I was going to suggest, I know a lot of people are bringing their own batteries and such. I've been playing around with these lately. These are 12 volt USB-C. They're 65 watt power delivery. So they hook up to 12 volt battery just fine. And then I have a USB-C laptop cable, and I tested this out with several of the laptops I have, and working perfectly. It triggers the power delivery in here to deliver 20 volts. I've run 2 or 3 different laptops, tested this out with, and it's worked really well. I think I left my little meter there, but I got a little USB-C plug-in meter to test them out, and most of the 65-watt laptops that I've got were pulling 15 watts just idle or running in 3FJP, so they're not going anywhere close to the limits of these USB-C outputs. And even running like Chrome and watching YouTube videos, it was pulling 25 watts. I think I might have hit 30 watts peak on this. So these are probably, I'm going to order several more of these and have them for my radio boxes and things for the laptops. So.
Okay.
We also figured out that Meshtastic is running right in the middle of the 915 megahertz band. So I'm going to set up a couple of mesh nodes for amateur radio use, put in my call sign and the club call sign on a couple of them, and then we'll just have that so anybody who's not actively like involved in field day can make contacts with the club on that when they visit, and we can log those for the 915 megahertz band as digital contacts.
All right. Thank you, Adam. So field day will be here before we know it. Next is our no meeting eating meeting. I do have a sign up sheet if I haven't lost it. I'm going to pass it around. If you want to put your name down and tell us what you're bringing, let me get another pen over here. That would be great. I'm going to supply the pancakes, butter, syrup, and sausage gravy and homemade biscuits. So, yeah, that's all we need. But if you would like to bring something, that would be great. We need beverages. Somebody wants to bring some coffee. I think we've got coffee pots here. I'll check on that. But if we could have some coffee and other milk, juice, if somebody wants to bring that, that would be great too. So I'm going to pass that around. Lynn's got it. We'll let that go on around, and we'll be ready to eat come Saturday, and that's Saturday, December the 6th. I'll be here early, but we'll start eating hopefully around 9 o'clock, and we'll have our awards after we have our meal. So hopefully, hope you can come out and be with us that day.
I'm having a meeting right after my geocache meeting, so I told them to come early.
Yes. The geocache people, we've invited them to come, so come at 9 o'clock. Oh, 11. Well, they can come early if they want to eat with us. Yeah, let them come and eat with us. Be glad to have them. Just kind of give me an idea. Okay, we should be fine on that then. We'll have plenty. All right, the other thing I want to talk about, did I miss the... Okay, I missed this on there. We're not going to have a breakfast fellowship in December due to the holidays and everybody, all the eating and meetings that we have. So we'll skip that for December, probably in January as well because of the weather. Do want to report on my online technician class. I need to change that because I just found out late this afternoon. I had 3 students that stayed with me during my online technician class, and all 3 of them have passed. So very excited about that. Jeff Spears is here in Bowling Green, so hopefully we'll see him at some of the club meetings. And when another gentleman, Joe Mays, out of Florida, he's retired Navy, and he's been wanting to get his technician or his ham license for years. And so he passed last night, and so it was neat to see these folks get their technician license, and I look forward to seeing them move on up in the ranks on their license. I'm going to try to schedule a board of directors meeting by Zoom. I've only gotten 2 replies. I'm going to send out a reminder and ask the directors to let me know if they'll be able to attend. I sent out 3 dates, and I can't remember them off the top of my head, but I'll send out another reminder. Do we have any old business or new business that we need to talk about?
We got the club here, I guess there's one Glasgow, and did they ever have a powwow where all the clubs get together and have a?
No, but I think that might be
I
a,
think I've heard like Boy Scouts do powwow or something.
yeah.
I think that's what it's called, this multi-club, this all the clubs, yeah, here in Glasgow, I don't know what they look like.
Yeah, there's a club in Glasgow.
I think about that, they got, how many clubs around here? There's next close down, Frankfurt, and Morgantown.
It could work.
We got a big club in Glasgow, we got a club here.
Got one in Russellville.
I think that was like, no, the last time we got together, is when I did the Ham Fest, I gave them all tables.
Uh-huh.
This building here,
Yeah. Is there one in Monroe County? Okay, but we know Glasgow, Russellville, and Simpson County. Anybody, am I missing any? But does Butler have one or does not? Okay, so we know 3. Yeah.
Rich used to come all the time.
Okay.
Well, Rich is still doing that.
Yeah, Rich does a emergency service night on Wednesday.
It's a busy people.
Yeah.
14655. I didn't know that
Yeah.
had been done.
Yeah. Well, I'll put that on my to-do list and we'll see what we can come up with. We might just do a special date here.
You know, if everybody in Glasgow shake it, I get it.
Yeah, I know. They all go to bed after 8 o'clock in Glasgow, I think.
9:05 here.
Yeah. All right. If we don't have any other business, I think I have a few door prizes. Can't think, I just drew a blank. Don't have a lot tonight. I passed on that tonight because I think everybody knows everybody. You've been here before, right, Drew? Yeah. Okay, I've got 17, 1 to 17. I have 5 free car washes and some goodies from Wendy's courtesy of KQ4 SRE. Thank you, Bill. So, huh? Number 6. Tim Meyer. You want a Wendy's coupon or a car wash? All right. I'm just going to pull one there.
That's right.
Don't eat it all
All right. 15. Bill. Car wash or Wendy's?
Work for Wendy's, but won't be there. Maybe I need to change that.
All right, next. Eight. Allison. Car wash or Wendy's? There you go. All right. 17. Charlene. Wendy's or a car wash?
I guess they Wendy's or cookies.
There you go. Number 14 is Trent. Wendy's. All right. There's your Frosty. I've still got 7 more items.
Did we say 6?
We did.
10.
10. Adam. All right. All right, next. 12. Josh. Wendy's. So I'm just going to grab a breakfast combo there. All right, next. 5. Peyton. I bet you want a Wendy's. There you go. There's your Frosty. All right, next. 13. Megan. All right, 3 more. 12. Already done 12.
We did 13.
Yes.
7.
7. Dalton. Car wash or Wendy's? There's your free Frosty. All right, 2 car washes left. Which one? 11. Danny. Then 1 more. Yes.
14.
Done 14.
50.
Done 50.
Get to the point where it's hitting some third. 3.
You.
Oh, no, 9.
Bailey. Y'all want it? All right, there you go. All right, if you all would help put tables and chairs away. More? 4. Wait a minute. We got 4 more. We got 4 more Wendy's.
7.
Oh, that was Dalton. All right. You just pick a number.
16. Oh, it's Frank, sorry.
There you go, Frank. You want a burger or a breakfast special?
Oh, I don't get up in the morning.
Okay. Lynn, you want a breakfast or
I'll do that.
okay. 2 more.
4.
Charles. I bet he gets up for breakfast.
Everybody's wondering.
You want something? You get something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got the car wash.
Did you get some?
I didn't win anything. I'll give it to Joseph. All right. Thank you all.